Well, we just revealed that the Toyota Corolla is the best-selling car of all time, but the Corolla really represents the past and the present. Toyota hopes that the Prius represents the future.
Just recently, the Prius was named Car of the Year in Japan, and in fact, it's actually the best-selling car in Japan.
Here's a look at the new 2010 Prius. This is the 2010 Toyota Prius, the third generation of this iconic car. I don't think any other car on the planet symbolizes the movement towards more sustainable vehicles than the Prius. With that in mind, Toyota couldn't change the look of the Prius because it wouldn't be a Prius anymore. The shape of this car is really what makes the statement, so they had to evolve it, but gladly into a better-looking machine. Every crease and accent on the car has been thoroughly tested for aerodynamic effect, from the shape of the bumper to the side accent line running down the length of the car. What you can't see is the amount of work under the car to help it slip efficiently through the air. The most significant change is the high point on the roof that has been moved towards the middle of the car to make the interior more open and roomy. The 2010 model definitely looks like a Prius. It's when you see it next to the older model that the updates become more noticeable. Now, this new Prius is actually cheaper than the outgoing model. It starts at $27,500. That's the exact same price as the top model Honda Insight. Coincidence? I think not. Now, the premium version starts at about $29,500, and on the premium you can also get an optional solar panel in the roof. Now, Prius isn't the first car to have this. The Audi A6 had it about 8 or 10 years ago, and they both had the same idea. Use the solar panel to cool the car on a hot day while it's parked, and it can also help alleviate the stress on the system for the air conditioner on a hot day. The inside of the Prius remains a marvel of interior efficiency, especially the roomy back seats. The dashboard has been nicely updated to include a wraparound center console, which is clad with plant-derived bioplastic. The Prius now comes with a height-adjustable driver's seat, telescopic steering wheel, neat airbag, keyless entry, and an improved information center to aid the driver in achieving the best fuel consumption. The updated interior for 2010 is welcome. It looks better. It's more functional. I really like this center console they've added in here. It wasn't available in the old model. It's got storage underneath as well. The downside is the interior has this eco plastic, but it's hard and kind of cheap feeling. It looks okay, just kind of feels cheap. Now, in the center there, they have the Speedo and the regular stuff you get with a car, but it's also got a driver information center that can be programmed to help the driver achieve the best fuel consumption. Here are some stats for you. This new 2010 Prius is 22% more powerful, yet it's 7% more efficient. It's rated at 3.7 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and only 4 liters on the highway. Toyota claims it has the same kind of power as a regular 2.4 liter gasoline engine. So how can this car be more powerful yet still more efficient? There is no one thing. The Prius is the culmination of all the refinements made from aerodynamics, reduced load on the engine, lighter electric motors, lighter transmission, a more condensed battery pack, and advanced electronics. 90% of the whole drive system has been revised. The Eco mode is very sedate and best used by drivers who thrive on the best possible mileage. Most drivers will prefer the balance of good economy and performance that the regular mode delivers. Okay, this car has an EV, electric vehicle mode. What you do is you push the EV button on the dash, the little thing comes on the display there, and now you're driving a pure electric. No gasoline engines coming on. Now, this is really only perfect for teenagers who are going to borrow this car and sneak home late at night without their parents hearing them. Other than that, it's really totally useless, because once you get over a certain speed, the gasoline engine comes on and you can only drive this way for maybe a kilometer or two. Other than that, I'm just going to put it in the regular mode. Whew, thank you. If you're somebody that's just looking for a basic car to get to A to B and not use a lot of fuel, There's loads of other cars out there that you can buy that do that efficiently. You can go and buy a Toyota Yaris, a Honda Fit, any other little subcompact runaround car. This car is, by the time you get it out the dealership, it's going to be over $30,000. You can go buy one of those subcompacts for the teens, and you can save tons of money to put towards any additional fuel costs. This car is a statement car. People who drive Prius, they like driving a car that looks like an environmental going concern. It's good for them. But if you're somebody that really puts an emphasis on the way a car drives, a Prius is not the way to go. I'd much rather have a fun to drive, little zippy Honda Fit to driveway, personally. Now, the Prius is the most high-profile hybrid in the market. There's no question about that. But I was shocked to learn this is not the best-selling hybrid in the country. You know what car sells more than this? The Toyota Camry hybrid. If you want to save money, which is number one on a lot of people's list, you can buy a much cheaper car than this. I suggest you go and you drive the Prius, and you actually have to like it as a car before you consider it as a hybrid. But when you buy one, you should know that you're buying a very comfortable car that sips fuel.
Want more? Watch our online stories on how car makers capitalize on brand engineering to manufacture many models off one platform.